Welcome back. I'm here with Stacy West from Buttermilk Basin.
Thanks for having me again.
And we're going to talk about the schedule that we kept for Quilters Affair and the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show Week. So Stacy actually saw a friend of mine before she came here. Adele happened to be in Minnesota, and so she came a day late because she had to hang with Adele.
Hey, third row, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
She's my girl.
Yeah, but
We're tight.
But she doesn't do wool.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I see it could happen in her future. I mean, it's good therapy. You know,
I want to be number one on the speed dial before Adele.
Okay. Right there, baby. I gotcha.
So our friend Robin picked Stacy up at the airport.
Love Robin. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because she went on the cruise with you, correct?
Right.
Yes, and that was a good time.
Oh,
we had a blast.
that was nothing but a good time.
Yeah, that was good.
On that giant cruise ship. Could
Holy
you believe
crap.
that?
That was awesome. I was so scared that I was going to be so seasick, but I did get for a little bit, but then I got used to it. I think
it
your
was
body
almost
adjusts.
too big to get seasick.
Yeah, and you know, once your body adjusts it, I'm a land girl. I'm not a water girl, but you know what? After just that first evening, it was all good. So it was a blast. I loved it. I had such a great time.
I know.
It was too much fun.
It was fun. You know, it's nothing like sitting out on a balcony of a cruise ship stitching wool.
I know. And you know, there was no other handworks or anything on, you know, quilters or anything. It was just our group, so it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. So that's something to think about. So our schedule was pretty busy.
Oh, beyond. Here, note to self. I told Anna that please schedule in sleep because
we don't
she had an itinerary every day for me.
We do not sleep during quilt
and
show
they're morning people, and I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? I have to get up already because I'm going on 2 hours of sleep. And I'm like, serious?
We're a bunch of old nurses. You know, we're used to getting up at the crack of dawn.
You guys did the night shift, so I don't know how you can still get up, but there were people knocking when I'm sleeping. I'm getting dressed. She's opening the door. So I'm like, oh my God.
So we gave a tour of Stacy sleeping.
I mean, if that surfaces, I'm like going to die. I'm like, oh
10,000 hits already on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. See? I know. Oh my God.
And the leopard underwear was the best.
Dawn! Oh my God. I did rock them though. So I was coordinating that day.
We stayed pretty busy because we lined up. I had lined up a lot of stitching friends. There were Linda and Marcia, who also went on that cruise with us.
Yes, they sat at the adjoining table over on the other side, but in your same room.
Right.
Lovely ladies. I mean, had a great time. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we did all the Central Oregon.
We hit quilt shops right off the plane. So we stopped, right away. We did not waste a time. I mean, it was Hi Robin and quilt shop. So, yeah, you know, it was great.
So, quilt shop in Redmond, and then Linda and Marcia took you to quilt shops in Bend. And I heard that Marianne was really excited to see you.
Well, it's so funny because I love my customers, and I connect, I think, really well with everybody. And I think, you know, when they see me, it's pretty crazy because I don't know, I don't think they're expecting me to be this young. Not that I'm that young, but there's nothing like seeing one of your biggest fans and just embracing and having her moment, and that's totally why I do it. Is I love making people happy, and just to see her giggling and squealing around the shop. And
then you said, because I was mentoring the sit and stitch on Thursday and Friday, so I didn't get to go out shopping.
No.
But you said that So Many Quilts was like packed to the max.
Oh my gosh, So Many Quilts was super packed. Not only were they super packed, they had things under control. They had set up multiple cash registers, so they were able to do everything. And the selection they had, I thought, was phenomenal. Especially if you love wool, and if you love like the wool and cotton and woven. You know, they had a lot. And also, one thing that I learned was don't judge the book by the cover, because when we pulled in, since I've never been there, since obviously I'm from Minnesota, I did not expect her to be in an industrial area.
Right.
So it was just not what I was thinking. Because, I'm just thinking small town. I'm thinking, but
All
you know
that
what?
cutesy stuff. She should be
Yes.
a cutesy house.
I'm like,
yeah.
And the minute I opened that door and seen seasonal, I was like, wowed. I was like, and then it didn't end, and it was cute vignettes, and the other part too is, I think a lot of us are eclectic, and even though this is what I do, and obviously my passion and what I love, I also like other mediums and colors and different things too. So they had such a good variety that I could incorporate some of those with mine. And so I thought they were really a good fit.
So we tried to, Stacy asked me to keep her a little bit of incognito. So I told a friend of mine that she was my cousin, not knowing that she would actually believe me.
Oh my gosh.
So,
and then I'm stuck with her alone at the table at the, banquet. And I'm like, and she's just thinking I'm her cousin. And I'm like,
she says, so where's your cousin from?
It was hilarious, but it worked for one person.
Yeah, Tamara's going to
Better
kill
than
me.
nothing.
Tamara's going to kill me.
That was good.
So you couldn't go incognito at so many quilts because Linda spotted you right away.
And then it just was a
and
ripple
she was
effect.
like, oh my God, you're here, huh?
Yes.
Isn't it nice to be loved?
It is. I think at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. That's all we want out of life, right? To be happy, be loved, and appreciated. And yeah, it's really cool. That's one of the biggest gifts that I get in what I do.
And so the Stitch and Post is a totally different shop, but it was interesting to me that your patterns at the annex shop out at school were just flying off the shelf.
I was really surprised when I came in for that banquet that they had been down and that people were loving the fact. And quilt shops can only get in so much. They have a budget that can only get in so much, but she had a great selection of what she had. And I can see that, people will want more of the trucks and everything that they were enjoying, and the bringing home the tree pattern.
Yes,
they were.
And talking about, I think they ran out at this high school. The bringing home the tree pattern is this year's absolutely favorite pattern.
Yes, I have to say, barns, trucks, Christmas tree, again, Christmas past with family. Ball jars. What more could you ask for? And it was well received. It really was at market. That's definitely our number one seller. So.
And Stacy has been generous enough to give one of these patterns that we're going to be giving away on either the Woolly Blog or the Quilt Show. We haven't decided
whatever works
yet.
for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll figure that out. So know that someone out there in Woolly Land will be getting this pattern.
And know that those just hit the market too in your local shops too.
Right.
So.
And you had quite a few new patterns out in the market this.
We did. What we did is we added to our couple of our Christmas and different block of the months from last year because everybody loved them. They fell in love with it. They loved just the whole look, the colors. It's different, refreshing, and I just think they're very doable, and so we just had a lot more fun with it. We brought in a lot of ball jar ornaments. We did trees with sheep. We tried to put a little different spin on winter instead of just Christmas and snowmen. So we brought in sheep with snowmen, and we did truck. My inch by inch was successful. It's just quilts that are done in 1-inch squares. And so we did bring another version of bringing home the tree, but it's actually just in block, in little 1-inch blocks. So it's Christmas tree truck. So
tell me, what did you think about the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, let me back up to the stitching post. I have to say the displays were phenomenal.
Wasn't it beautiful? They did a lot of work. It was gorgeous.
Yes. And even though their selection isn't as, wool oriented and different as I would love, I still managed to dump a large amount of money there.
You did.
So I did leave my stamp there at the shop. And I love their fiber selection, and I love their art. Their what is
the
that? Little
vignettes,
twigs,
twigs.
Yes, that little twig shop is super cool, and I could have went home with a lot of the pieces.
Right.
So I think they were really a happy medium. And then they had such stuff set up in their quilt shop and their shop. Okay, you guys, it's really cool. It's
a bucket list shop.
It's beautiful. It's definitely worth the trip. Right. Yep. And I think, I hope even she continues to see that how everything was successful, and she keeps adding more for, especially
Yeah.
because there's a
Us
lot
Woolies need more stuff.
You bet
Yeah.
you do. Absolutely. So definitely wanted to go cross that off my bucket list. Quilt show, absolutely phenomenal. Couldn't have asked for a better day.
It was a perfect
no.
weather day for all those people that
Yes.
always worry about the weather. Well,
Don't.
we
Don't.
had a great time.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't ever try to plan those moments around weather, because it's going to go on and you're going to be missing out.
Right.
One way or another,
Right.
Right. So it was awesome, and they had bags and pins, and the row by row was going on, and then quilts were hung. First of all, the town's absolutely stunning and beautiful. Mm-hmm. The architecture out here, plus the mountains and just foliage, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's worth it.
And then you add the fact that there's quilts hanging in every little nick and corner and filling up walls of shops and in the stores that sponsor,
Right.
because that's what else I like about the quilt show is that it's basically it's fundraising, isn't it?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a non-profit.
Yeah, and
So-
I was not aware of that, so that's something that's even really cool, to know. It was amazing.
Well, we're going to have to wrap up here, but just for another
Yes.
piece of information, Stacy, tell us when and all
where
about
and
the
what.
wool
Okay.
stock.
Yeah, so the wool stock is something that if you love wool and fiber, if you love to party, enjoy, have fun, and in a total different setting, because we go all out, we decorate, we have a theme every year, we have homemade food, everything is just, I love to pamper you guys. So it's kind of like your dream little wool, cotton little. So we're also opening the shop up, and so all that is going to happen in the third weekend in September. So we're going to be opening up our new shop, because we also
And where?
and that is in Spring Lake Park, Minnesota, and we're going to be open for that big weekend. That'll be our first hurrah, and then plans after that, I'm not quite sure how often I'll be open, but we moved into another 1,200 square feet, so we're pretty excited. I think there's a lot of endless possibilities, and I think there's going to be a lot of fun in the future. So please connect with all of us, and seriously, Anna's got this going on, and I love you, and thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yes, it's been my pleasure. Thank you.